What is up? Derek, 13 Serious Engineering here, coming to you with another episode of our server-side single-page app dry dock. Today, we are going to finish up the Kafka stuff we were doing, and then we're going to just we're just going to delete it all once it works and do it all with turbo streams using hub interface, and it's going to take like 2 seconds to do everything with turbo. Um, Basically, the one thing I did want to show is okay, getting the a certain users that we need to get the offset for your consumer your consumer ID basically. With this consumer, where was the last and consumer group? That's the important thing. Now, I think I closed this already. Um, did I? Yes. I'll reopen it. Um, your consumer group uh, has your offset ID, right? Our consumer group, we have a unique one for each user ID. Now, normally you wouldn't do this. We're assigning a consumer and a consumer group to, well, uh, I might want to actually change this client ID for Kafka. It doesn't matter. It's working. Like we're good. We're good for right now. Um, I want to change that. This is going to replay a lot of messages. Basically, here's the deal. Your consumer group, that's where the offset ID is held. Now, typically, in a setup like this atomic Kafka setup, you just have one consumer group. You might have a few consumers for load balancing or just different things, but you have one consumer group. And so that, it's going to stack up all these event messages for part created, and so everyone's going to be on the same page. We're not doing that. We have a consumer group ID for each user account, which means that automatically once we log in, for up to a week, because that's our message retention, it will replay, it will catch back up to the broker cluster as far as message commit IDs. So basically, to get all the messages since the last time you logged in for up to a week, we've already essentially got that accomplished because we have a different group ID for each single account, which is kind of a unique thing. This doesn't cost any extra. In our application, this is a good way to do this. Why would you not want to do this in a different way? If Kafka was running in the browser like Confluent wants to do and is testing, then basically you would have the same exact thing as this. But why would you not want to do this is that you might have a singular backend where messages are just going, you might be populating a database or doing different things, just distributing real-time messages. And so that backend needs to be caught up with everything that's gone on globally in other backends, but the clients don't matter, In our example, the clients do matter. So because we've already got this done, and it doesn't matter that I changed the ID. I'm not even going to reserve this node server. Normally what you would have to do is you would have to use this offsets for time. Now this is in Java. So the issue is kafka.js actually doesn't even support this for whatever reason. I couldn't find it. Maybe somebody knows. Let me know in the comments. But offsets for time, the mapping from partition to this timestamp to look up. So look up offsets for given partitions by timestamp. Blah blah blah. Earliest offset whose timestamp is greater than or equal to. Basically, we would want to use this to get from last logged in time if we're using a single consumer. That would cause the consumer to reread every single message and redistribute them to all the WebSocket clients. So you would, every time someone logged in, you would get a ton of old messages replayed. That's really bad. So it's actually a good thing Kafka.js doesn't support this. A Kafka consumer or a producer, they're really singletons, and they're designed to be like that, especially the producers. The producer we're using it how it's designed. They're supposed to be singletons. They're not supposed to be, like instances like this. So it's not like we're cheating or doing something we shouldn't be doing, but we are kind of, um, I don't know, I guess, doing something unconventional, where each like user account has its broker, its own broker consumer, uh, or its own consumer that's tied into the broker cluster. Okay, cool. So now that we got that explanation out of the way, we are going to actually hook this stuff to work. So I'm going to make a new service. Well, I guess we'll just do it in part service. It's already kind of big, but we're going to delete it anyways. We're going to have a public function. This is just going to be part created alert. I guess it'll just be void. And this is where we are going to do all of our Kafka stuff. I'm actually not going to delete the Kafka sandbox. I'm just going to hold on to it in case we might need to do something later. We say we don't need outputs or command stuff. This is wrong because I've changed my keys for everything. Oh yeah, I need to make new API keys for everybody. Man, how many times am I going to open this node server today? Once you get going with everything, you really don't need to like use the you don't need to use the Confluent dashboard, which is kind of a good thing. It's just a lot of clicky. If I would have any feedback for them, it would be like it's the stuff you need to get to isn't really like right there. Should this stuff be in a config in env? Yes, it should, but we're just gonna delete it. So don't care. Cool. All right. We'll just come back and delete that later. We should be good now. This should work. What we want to do is pass our part in. We're gonna, create that topic, create that message. Part name. Get name. Get creator. Timestamp. This is kind of lengthy, but I could honestly just be like, that's probably not gonna print something out that's nice. Here we go. This is such an interesting thing in PHP because it's so this is so interesting because it's such a big thing in PHP, like carbon, the clock thing, date time. It's, I don't know why it's I don't know, because you're doing so much database stuff. I think that's why it really matters, or why you know, why date thing. There's so many date libraries or different date things. Um, day of the month. Day. I need a day of the week. Months. Minute, hour. 24-hour. We'll go H and I. Like, and then I think it's J. Day of the, no, it's not. Oh, it tells me right here. I didn't have to even look it up. Oh, there we go. This is good. D. Okay. Hopefully that's not going to cause a big exception. We'll just get rid of the try catch for this. So I bet something will happen. Cool. Okay. So this should, I bet I need to import something that I don't have. Let's not worry about that yet. We'll fix it. Well, we're probably not going to fix it, but Kafka, is that, did I import that someplace? I'm in the wrong thing. I need those, or this will not work. Oh, I already have it. Okay. Sweet. I don't know why you're so... Oh, because of the throws thing. Alright, this should work correctly. Yeah, I think we're good. Cool. Now, in our parts controller, we should probably put that in like update part, this thing, but we're going to do it separately now. Part created alert. Does this return the part? It does. Perfect. Pass it back to it. Awesome. Alright, so that's like all we're gonna do. That should make our alert. And we're gonna do like a little demo here. I think I have everything running. Hopefully I won't be logged out. So we can create a part. It'll show up in our alerts. And you know what? I just want to mess with this counter. It's bugging me. It's bugging me that it's not hooked up and working. We're gonna have to do the same thing with this. Here, we're gonna make a private class variable, alert count. Cool. So, it's not going to recognize it. Oh man, this is frustrating. We need to... You know what? I'm just going to do this with HTML. Because it'll be easier. Cool. Okay. Now we go to our drawer. And then this one, we're just adding a stimulus target to the actual count badge. Oh, but it's in the wrong thing. Okay, we'll just give this an ID. That's fine. Alert count. Cool. No big deal. Alert count dot inner HTML, inner text, I guess. Inner text equals I think there's going to be some weird scoping thing with doing this. It might be kind of funky, but I don't know. I might need to do like an int val thing. Let's just see what happens with that. This should be good. Okay. Webpack's running. Don't really need that anymore. Cool. Node server's running. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to open up Firefox, which is already open. And we're going to go ahead and I love that music. I love it. We're just going to log in here. Who am I logged into? Kafka Confluent. Right. So we're going to log into test at test.1. I think that's what it was. Oh man, why does this happen? Oh, because I get JavaScript exceptions, I bet. I don't get why this is happening. This happened the last video we made too on login. I didn't get the right thing. Maybe because that's somehow incorrect. Probably have to get this working first. What if I do a wrong password? Yeah. Internal server error is our issue. Variable reset password form does not exist. That's a problem. What is that? Reset password form. Let's find it. So annoying. Where did it say that was happening? Oh, I think I already closed it. Oops. Anyways, reset password form does not exist. How would it not exist? Do I just need to like define it up here? No. I got something weird. Alright, let's try this again, see what happens. I'm a little confused on what the issue is. Other than This is a bad login. Okay? We have an internal error. Reset password form. On bad login. On bad login, it redirects. Oh yeah, that's inside the that's inside. I think that's what it is right here. We just forgot to add that, I think. Let's see what happens. Stuff like that always pops up here. Like, how is this? This has been working for like, there we go. All right. This has been working for like weeks. Test at one.com. That's what it is. What did I make the password for this one? I guess that. Okay. Cool. All right. Where were we? Test at one.com. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, it's still test at one.com. Why are you so unhappy with this? Test at one.com. Oh, maybe it actually is the wrong password. I don't think it is though. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Okay, this is cool. We're just eating up 5 minutes watching me not be able to log into my own app. Okay. Did that even log in? It did, but why? Why? Now it works. I don't get why that happens. Doesn't happen here. It just like stops. Maybe the browser's somehow stopping that redirect for our spaceship. I really don't know. So we're logged in 2 different accounts. And I'm not seeing any alerts or anything happen. Oh. That would be why. Where our auth doesn't work. Probably for either of these. Ugh. Okay. Which that's not a big deal. Well, we're going to log in with this one again, and it's going to replay messages once we fix everything. I don't know why it's so unhappy with that. Cool. All right, we're just going to go make new keys and do this all again. Clients. I think it does. It base64 encodes the API key or something. I guess that's what I was missing. I don't know. All right. Cool. That should be good. Open our node server. Open our node server up one more time. Gosh, I should just leave it open. Alright. I'm going to learn my lesson and not close out of it till we're totally done with this. Okay. Should be up and running. We should connect once we log in here. It's like some caching thing. The spaceship thing works fine now. Alright, we've got a connection. Maybe there's no messages since I last... Oh, there is. Okay, but my counter didn't work. I got all these messages. Still no counter. Delete all these. I guess that's not a huge deal, but I do want to fix it. Webpack's running, right? We'll see what's going on with this. Just try to log out the alert count. JavaScript shouldn't care about some of this stuff. Maybe it needs to be value. Let's just do this up here. I just want to get this going. That's all. I hate using the Firefox debug thing. Okay, so 0. That did go to 1 somehow. JavaScript mysteries, that's what we're doing. Like, we have to observe it for it to work. But it's 0 here. Let's do this. because we're doing that plus plus first, if we go, watch this. If we go like count equals count plus 1, gosh, this is so dumb. Then this will work. Oh, maybe it won't. Maybe it'll, yeah, 0, 1. Nope. Maybe it was too quick for that one. Alright, that's what we're going to do. Is this exact thing. Just have to cast it to a number. And then do this, and we could probably do plus plus and all that if we wanted to. I don't think my... Oh, because I didn't delete this, that's why. Such a mystery all the time. Okay. Where are we? We need to create a part. And hopefully our consumer is just going to work correctly. Kafka test. Says it was created. No alerts, no nothing. Why is that? Oh, I have 21 alerts here, though. That's cool that we finally got this working. Oh, that's quite the weird issue. Just deleted that delete button. The other thing we'd want to do is filter out if the alert is actually being made by you or not. We don't want an alert that tells you that you made a new part. We reconnected. I got no error things. I'm not sure why that didn't go through. Like I think the message wasn't produced because I haven't seen that show up anywhere. I don't think it's a consumption issue. and we saw our counter was working. Let's look at our parts controller. This all seems correct. I just wonder if there's an issue with this, but I didn't see. Let's see. Let's try to debug this again and see what happens with like our XHR request. Because I'm wondering, Kafka test that got created, you know, it's there. So it worked, but maybe it just the message producer did not work correctly. Obviously the try catch wasn't hit. Because we would have some issue come out of that. But no message was created, or you know, we don't have that in here. So if I refresh this and reconnect to WebSocket, message still isn't there. That's crazy. There's no error turbo frame getting rendered, so that makes me think that this is working properly. Let me check my credentials with our lovely API keys. No extra weird spaces, nothing like that. Interesting. Maybe I missed something. I really think that that message is not being produced. I wonder if I need like a shorter flush or something. Or there's some issue with this. There's issue with date time format. There's issue with this not being a string. It is supposed to be a string. What if we just put all tests in here? Create another part. Seems like it was created. Not getting anything back. Let's, if we go, let's try our command line real quick. And then we're just going to do some console log debugging. So weird. There we go. So that test came through. So that worked. It's got to be our, and our number worked. Cool. It's got to be our producer. It's handy to keep these commands around because they're great for testing stuff. Is it because I don't have this throws tag? That doesn't make any sense. What am I doing wrong? That happened so quick. Putting all the things to test, maybe it's just an issue. I don't know. Maybe it's just an issue with this whole part thing. It's not the right part. Maybe I have this scoped wrong. part service. Yeah, seems pretty right to me. Oh my gosh. I'm an idiot. Look at this. Edit part. We're not doing that. We're creating a part. Wow, that's great. Such a huge waste of time for everyone. That's so dumb. How did I not see that? Okay, it's not in the parts controller. It's in the view controller right here. We do need it there. Wow, that is dumb. That is dumb. Sorry, jeez. Gee willikers. Alright, let's try this again. Now this should actually work. All our alerts are cleared out there. Everything is connected. Kafka 5, I don't know what we're on. Okay, now we at least got something. Okay. That's a new one. What the heck? Already Kafka version. Wow. Interesting. I bet this is because this is how this is running in the service container. Yep. Runtime configuration. Okay. Wow, I've never ran into this before. This is what we're going to do. We're going to try and put this in. We're going to put all this in the constructor. And you would want to have this be like private. But that's okay. This is really all we're using is topic. Right, that was dumb. We're gonna leave the throw stuff off for now. We're just gonna scope this stuff differently. So hopefully already Kafka producer. Hopefully, because this gets initialized with the service container, I don't know, this, honestly, this is like a little above my freaking head. That exception. I might need to like pause and read into that, but I think it's because of how dependency injection works in Symfony and all this stuff. Wow, so unhappy. Okay, so now we're hitting this in construct, and that's what's giving us an issue. No kidding. In FFI library. This is nuts. It's got to be from the service container that's causing this. Well, FFI API, maybe that's set to false and it should be set to true. Crazy. I have a bunch of different PHP versions on here. Where am I going to find the right one? But this is what we need to do. Oh, this is old. Oh, man. Um, user local etc blah 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 whatever. Oh, not user. It's like I think it's actually it's going to be under command shift period. User local etc PHP 8.2. Okay, I think I cleared everything out. That's all I got. That's good. There's just only one. Um, I wonder if it will let me save this. Enabled is set to preload. Oh, that's commented out. FFI enable preload. Oh, okay. Let's set that to true. And let's reserve. Let's restart Apache. I don't even know. This is what you would do on Mac. Or not on Mac. Oh. This is what you would do on Ubuntu. Okay. Well, there we go. I don't know if that really actually worked. I'm skeptical about that and about what that did to our service container. I really need to read up on that because well, we didn't get any issues. I guess I don't have to have that stuff in the constructor anyways, it didn't matter. That's there. But no alerts. Man. The message, let's do just a quick test. Our other message didn't pop up either. Curious. Wonder if I need to restart my node server too for some reason. We're reconnecting to everything. Okay, so now the command line isn't even producing messages. I don't think it's a Kafka thing. I'm pretty sure it's because of this FFI configuration. In preloaded files. Maybe it just, maybe we don't want that. Maybe I just did that wrong. And it's just restricting stuff because it's making like an API call where it, honestly don't even know what this is. I guess technically the service container is not a preloaded file, like it's on runtime. I don't know. Because it's set to false. I set it to true. And it didn't work. So at least I'm getting that error now. And at least we're in the right ini file. True didn't work though. For whatever reason. I don't know if I need to even restart the Apache server thing. dealio, but I am, just for good measure. It seems like it's producing correctly. I want to do some, while we're down here, I'm going to just do some logging in Node. That we actually consumed a message. You know, to run a Kafka cluster stably, it does take like a bit of maintenance, and you need to have stuff set up right. A lot of times it's not. All right, we're gonna reconnect here. I've got no messages that are being reread. Let's go and produce a message. Wow, do I have enough screens open? Okay, there we go. That worked. I think we just need a good little reset. And I have this on preload. So this should just not be happy. Yes, it's not happy. That's okay. Totally fine. We're going to shut this down. Be ready to restart Apache. Preload works for CLI. This should be true. That's what we want, is true. Okay. Always enabled. So now our create a part works. Just naming these bad things. So our message got created. There we go. It worked. Okay. Created by our timestamp's good. This is server time. It's not my local time. Cool. All right, we got it to work. Part get creator is the captain. Right. Get captain name. Now we should captain. Let's just do a real one. This should work. Big blaster. Weapon. 88 power. Like no durability, and it's very expensive. It's $9,000. It's fun. And there we go. It popped up instantly. Captain Kafka created it. Okay, sweet. We got our stuff working here. We can move around, and our alerts are still up. It's a little cumbersome with the opacity here, but you know, it works. Maybe we just need a gutter for that. All right, so that's it. We got our Kafka setup running like all the way. We are definitely, this is like over an hour video already. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to, this is sick, this stuff works. It feels so bad to delete it, but we kind of have to. We just kind of have to. We're done with all of our stuff. I'm going to go, it's too easy to, you know, set up broker clusters and everything. We got all of our cool data metrics stuff. I wonder, I'm just curious, if we can actually see these messages. I was trying to see them the other day. We just can't see the actual, I don't know what this actually means. Like, they're not Kafka message. I don't know what this means. I have no idea. It's obviously not the message values we're producing. I'm not sure. Maybe it's because we don't have a schema set. There's so much more stuff to do with this. We haven't done it though, but that's all right. I am going to just delete this cluster. So we're done with it. I don't know how, this, I think. Delete cluster. So we're done with all of that. And then in our drawer, we are going to get rid of, well, we still need, this is going to be different. We're still going to need the stimulus controller just for the delete stuff, but all of this is like just not needed. Just going to leave it commented out because it's cool. We did a lot of work, you know. I'm just going to leave it there. We need a hook that's going to append the value of our incrementation, whatchamacallit, for our alert, or our alert counter. We need part created alert. We just need to go into the part service. We're gonna get rid of all this. We have it saved in our whole, you know, CLI setup for Kafka stuff. We're just tearing it out. Let's see. I think I stopped that node server. Pretty sure I did. Kafka hub. We just don't need this anymore. But we'll leave it up, or we're not going to delete it. We'll just hold on to it. This is going to be our, well, we're not really going to use this either, to be honest. We're going to use hub interface here to dispatch this alert. Cool. That's fine. Don't need a part service. We're going to do something with that eventually. Here is our turbo stream stuff that I moved. This was the same template that was getting rendered out by Kafka, client side, and I moved it in here to templates. Well, I just copied it and put the turbo stream around it. So now, simply, all we have to do is symfony turbo streams. All this stuff is good. And we just need to go to our whole hub dealio, not that. Target, we need an ID now in this alert drawer. ID alerts, that's fine. I don't think that that is being used anywhere. It should probably do like alerts drawer or something. This is okay for now. We'll just do alerts because that's what we got here. Target is that alerts. It's appending to it. Too easy. This one. I need a topic for this. Alerts. Alerts is the topic and the ID. Seems to make sense to me. That should like basically be it. We take this hub, we go to our controller for creating parts. I don't know if I need that anymore. Rather not auto wire if I don't need it. And this is data message. Part. Here we go. Components. Templates. Alert.stream.html.twig. Cool. Our part's getting passed in. Okay. There we go. Sure. Wow, so angry about that. Basically, that should be it. Oh, this is an edit part, not in the. Gonna make that mistake again. Yes, we need to auto wire this again. Cool. Okay. Man, there's just so much to do. This has turned into like such a full-blown project. Even the parts stuff, there's permissions, there's that huge to-do list of things we have. And you know, if anyone wants to make a comment about what you want to see next, we have this huge to-do list of stuff. I kind of want to do something cooler than just all the to-dos we have. I'd love to see some, you know, different ideas about different things. Maybe we'll do some canvas stuff or some drawing stuff or get more JavaScripty on this thing. These are like, this is our to-dos. We're probably missing quite a few things in here. I bet there's a lot of stuff that we need to add. Man, that's okay though. We have so much stuff. Maybe some image processing with like the part images, viewing parts in the messages. That'll be a good next thing. There's just so many little things to do. Maybe can make a lot of little videos. I think this is basically all we need though. Oh, right. This isn't going to be happy with this because we need to pass it all this stuff. Let's do that. It's very modular so that we can, I've done that on purpose so that way we can easily just reuse this stuff when we want. Reuse these alerts. That's how they're supposed to be. This is like a proper implementation. So alert heading, obviously for this is going to be part updated. And I got to get out of that part controller. That's dangerous because I always like forget what I'm doing. Alert, oh my gosh, can't spell. Heading. Part created. Then what do we have? Line 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Too easy. Line 1 is going to be like part name. Get name. Then this is creator. Get captain name. And then this is just time. what did we do? Now format man, why are you so unhappy about that? Did I do something stupid? Let's just put all this back. Alright, seems happy now. Cool, okay. Now that we got all this hooked up, let's just reload all this stuff. So there's no JavaScript, no WebSocket, no icky stuff. We're all good, we're all back to 0. Missing target drawer element for alert controller. And I also I deleted that, so I don't need it. Don't need it anymore. We don't need any of this. All we really need out of this controller is this, thing. This thing here. I'm just going to delete everything too. We're not doing any more Kafka stuff. Unless anyone wants to, then we can go revisit things. That's fine. But we're just doing this right now. We need to somehow increment this guy, but I think we'll just worry about that later. Oh, I need Webpack running too. Gotta be a clue. Almost there. Almost there. Get some fresh JavaScript in a minute. I'm pretty confident this is going to work, but or that we'll just get a good exception because I misspelled something. But this was like literally 10 minutes just to add this in at the end of all the Kafka stuff. Gosh, it's the SAS compiler that just takes so long for this to work. So long, I think because it has Bootstrap SAS in there, sassy Bootstrap, and that's really the issue. Turbo stream alert, just whatever values. There we go. Look at that, it just pops right in. Obviously that didn't mess with but it pops in here too for yourself. So that's something we would need to create, like a decision tree in this view controller about and maybe we would actually want to put this in a service just because it'll get kind of bulky. Because it's like if you created the part, don't send it. Well, don't show it, I guess. There's just some logic we need to add so it just has the right message for each user and all this stuff. But that, it's working. That was so quick to add this. We can do some fancy twig stuff and keep all the JavaScript out of it. Such a long journey to get here, Oh, just because it's at 0, it's decrementing it when you hit delete. That's hilarious. But that turbo stream implementation was like 15 minutes. And that's the point of this video series, is that this stuff it's basically just low level. I'm calling it low level JavaScript with Ajax and all this stuff to just, add and delete HTML as needed. Very lightweight. That's what a single page app is. HTML updates and changes when things happen that are not in your view. That's the whole MVC thing. Someone else uses their controller, their instance of a controller, to interact with a model. That data model changes. Their view obviously is updated, but what about everybody else's? Well, that just stuff, the HTML just changes. That's what it is. It's the information that's getting displayed is HTML, and that stuff changes. You just need basic low-level Ajax JavaScript to do that. You don't need a ton of TypeScript and all these frameworks to do all these things. There's huge downsides, and as you can see, that was the point of this, doing WebSocket, doing Kafka, doing all this stuff. Yes, we coded it out instead of using a framework or something else, but that was like hours of stuff to basically get the same effect of what we just did with 10 minutes using Hub interface. It's just right here out of the box. You know, I think Symfony is one of the most underutilized frameworks. If you look at all the jobs out there for Symfony developers, it's all like Drupal stuff. Because Drupal 9 is Symfony 4. So they're looking for people that can write Symfony 4 to do Drupal admin modules and custom themes and all this stuff. And it's like, you know, come on. I mean, this there's this is just one repository. It's all self-contained. You know, you just need one full stack developer. I think that's a big problem too, is you need someone that knows all of it. You need to know database stuff, you need backend, you need JavaScript, you need HTML and Sass to be able to do all this. But if you have all those things, you can build out an entire program. And when I started this project here, I just created a brand new blank Symfony web app. When you get good at this stuff, you can go and like a lot of the things that we have done here, probably around half of them, I would turn into a bundle, and I would make my own, you know, and that's one of the things that we do here at 13 Series Engineering is we have, it's not a bundle, but it's a like a template project that you just copy. Um, and making like a new Git repo, and it's just it has all these things in there to spin up a web app really quick. You know, and a lot of it just comes down to design and styling, but all the security pieces are there, all the, you know, all the database pieces, everything's there. We're just flushing it out for a client, and it's really easy to do this stuff. And it's really easy to turn this stuff into a bundle too, and then install it wherever you need to. And then you're talking about having way less code to manage, because you're not like copying files, copying code. The bundle is doing all this stuff for you. You're just using the right namespaces, and then you're just adding things. It's like if you've ever used Backpack in Laravel, it does everything for you. You just override the few things you need to. But anyways, that's all we got today. It's probably going to be a few days to a week before I have time to get to more videos. We have a lot of stuff going on this week. A lot of work things, a lot of things for clients we got to get done. So it's just probably going to be a while for me to get to making some more content. If anyone has ideas about stuff you want to see, definitely let me know. Um, but I need to kind of plan out the next phase of development for all this and what we're going to do. Probably it's going to be some cool graphic stuff as far as adding a schematic, maybe some canvas drawing, not really sure yet, building the whole ship thing, showing a ship and how that all works. We just really need some cool graphic stuff. And you know, like I've said since we started this video series, only one page load, and that's when you go to log in, you know, or refresh it. But there's no page loads here. It's a single page app, you know. So it's pretty cool stuff and super easy. But anyways, I'll catch you guys next time. You know, always feel free to reach out. Let me know what other types of PHP Symfony stuff, Turbo stuff you want to see. See ya.